Thanks for joining us here at the Level Down Podcast. I'm Devin, that's Del. What's happening this weekend?
Nothing much, man. This weekend has been pretty good. Treating us good so far. You know, no real complaints. Had a pretty okay, time doing activities that we'll talk about over the next 2 podcasts that we have to record. So
Yes. Because of the thumbnail, we're jumping right into this.
Boom.
Jumping right in.
Why not?
I call him Tom Guns.
Sounds
James Gunn's 2025 Superman review.
Yes.
I saw it yesterday.
I saw it yesterday as well.
I'm gonna let you go. Go ahead. You go ahead.
Okay. All right.
Go ahead.
So,
what do you think it is?
Long story short, without being too crazy, too vague, or anything like that, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I did. It was better than my expectations for it. I will definitely say that. And the more I watched it, the more I seen, how this Superman operated and fit. It felt more of that superhero movie. Like, I got more of a superhero movie feel out of this Superman than I did with Man of Steel or anything like that. Like, two completely different tones, obviously, because the comparison right now is we just had Henry Cavill's Superman and now we're in the David Cornsweet era. And I thought it was great. Like, if this is the start of the, the DC cinematic universe that James Gunn has, I had my reservations because a lot of things that James Gunn does, I'm not 100% on board with, or I don't like, but I felt like he had a very good direction with this. There's a couple things I was just like, whatever, but I enjoyed it.
Okay. Excuse me. This is the best live action animated Superman I've ever seen.
Wow.
It felt like somebody took an animated Superman. Let's just put people in it.
Yeah.
Let's just make real people. Did I hate the film? Yes, I did go into... No, let me back that up. I went into this film hating it. But 8-10 minutes in, I texted you. It was like, I'm out.
Yeah. It's because you got the Superman vibe immediately from it. And, it was like... I was like, he's probably not gonna... I didn't know what to think as I was watching this movie, thinking about what you were going to think about it.
I was watching it, and I'm like, it because of some of the cast members kind of changed my opinion.
Okay.
Let's look at David Cornsweet. First off, get a better name.
Hey, look, man, he was repping Philly, so let's go.
I don't know. I don't like him. I don't like the way he looks as Superman.
Okay.
I don't like the Tony Khan's Clark Kent haircut. I don't.
Fair enough.
But what made me enjoy him more is when he was talking to Lois. When Lois and him were interviewing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. Complete spoilers, by the way, people, for those who,
Well, yeah, that's in the trailer, too.
Okay. All right, great.
That's in the trailer. But there's going to be spoilers.
Yeah,
if you haven't seen it, too bad.
They were spoiling yeah, it's on you.
It's Superman. It's the same story. Him interacting with Lois felt real.
Yeah. Yeah.
It gave me a better understanding on why he does what he does.
Yeah.
And his disconnect with the world around him.
Yeah. You could tell he was like, it wasn't so much of like on the, well, it was in a sense, like on the defense, but it was also, him like the validity of his side of it all.
But there wasn't any. His main thing was, I did it because I wanted to.
And because he felt like he needed to. He felt like that was his mission.
Exactly. And that right there is why I've always thought that about Superman. He does stuff because he wants to, because he feels as though he has that authority to do these things. That's why I've always sided with Lex Luthor.
Yes.
Because I don't agree with Superman having not having any checks and balances for the stuff that he does. And I get that, but I respected the character more after that interaction, because he looked weak in that moment. Like, he had nothing to say in regards to what the questions Lois was throwing at him. He tried to.
She was rifling because she was like coming like at him, you know, with the logical thing of how everyone else is seeing this. It's like, so you're just gonna go do XYZ, and he's like, yeah, well, you know, did you clear that with XYZ? No.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like...
So I get that. So that part of Superman, I enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
You could have gave me a whole movie of that guy, and I'd have been like, all right, cool, I can get behind this. This is, once again, I like my Superman, non-Superman shows.
Right. True.
And that showed a little bit more deeper into him.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel Rosenheim, Lois Lane.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really care about her.
I didn't, however, and I was having this conversation with my wife also, like, I felt more of the connection between Lois and Clark / Superman in this one more so. And it's because of that scene. It's because of like just like the chemistry of, you know, them cutting the thing off. It's like, yo, you know, that's a personal, like, you know, you, I told you this, you know, in confidence, you bringing this up type thing, you know, and like I felt more of the history of these two, because obviously, you know, we jump in, it's Lois already knows, it's, you know, we've established.
Yeah, they've already established, and relationship wise,
right? You know, it doesn't seem like it was so crazy deep into the relationship. We don't know, but
yeah.
But like I felt as if they acted as if they were in a, you know, like a relationship that has its trials and tribulations and has this big thing hanging over it of he's Superman, and you know, like that clash, like I felt that. So like I felt that more so than Henry Cavill and Amy Adams, which they were okay, but
see, I'm an Amy Adams fan.
I like Amy Adams,
and that's what made me pull back a little bit.
Okay,
because I'm like, Amy Adams, you know, Arrival, Enchanted, American Hustle. It's Amy Adams. And then you got this young lady, Rachel Rose, which, not saying she ain't been in nothing. You know, she was in The Blacklist, The Marvelous, Mrs. Maisel, House of Cards, The Amateur. She's done things.
Right.
But I wasn't pulling her as Lois Lane.
Okay.
I wasn't. I'm not saying she was bad at the role.
Right. You just didn't feel it.
I just wasn't feeling it. I felt the relationship between her and Superman. Like, okay, you Superman, so what?
Right. Yeah. And
that's
you know what?
real.
Yeah, and that's, and I thank you for saying that, because that was like kind of I couldn't quite put that into words, and it was so simple for something like that. Like, it's Superman, so what? Like I felt that, like,
see, like you still a nobody. Real talk. Like,
Yeah, because she was like, because it was a funny moment in the theater when she was like talking to Mrs. Terrific about the whole situation. She's like, I was about ready to break up with him, like, and then like, wife goes like, who just breaks up with like Superman? I'm like, this Lois, like she was just like
she don't care about
yeah,
that.
yeah, right.
She don't care about that
like,
S. You ain't got no title
at all, like.
I get that.
Yeah.
The standout, well, one of the standouts in this whole movie, Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. He was the perfect, like, almost unbearable, hating ass.
Yes.
Just like
number one hater. He set the bar so high at hating.
Yeah.
It made me like Lex that much more.
Yeah. He was dedicated.
Yes.
He was 100% dedicated to the hate.
Destroying this man. And everybody around him. Like when he had the Hindu brother.
Oh.
And he was like, that didn't last long. I guess I'll go find somebody else. In my mind, I was like, you know what? I agree with that. Take out his people till he gives you the information he wants and needs.
He was just like so nonchalant about that. But like the dedication of, having Ultraman and having all these like drones and cameras, like, and just like calling out all these plays essentially. Like it was nuts. Like he thought, like, so you could tell he does nothing but think about this shit.
Yeah, he started a war. Like, I'm gonna start a war just to get at you.
Yeah, just so I can have the validation to kill you.
Unbelievable. And even when even at the end of the movie, like you see, he wasn't emotional because he got caught. He was emotional because Superman won.
Yes.
That he beat him. He didn't care. He don't care about going to jail, losing the city, money, none of that. He had to look this man in the face while he just ruined his entire plan.
Yeah.
Like, I felt that pain. I'm like, yo, look at Superman once again ruining people's lives. Destroying people's lives.
He helped a lot, though. He helped other. So I will say, jumping back to about what I did like about like this Superman, you could tell, they went back to like the heavy Superman aspect of this, like the little things about, not little, but if you know the character of Superman, like just to go out of his way to make sure people don't get crushed or make sure a squirrel doesn't get destroyed. like that stuff. Like, it was one of those things where it's like, okay, for this universe, I like this Superman. Like, it's the contrast of the dark and brooding, Snyderverse Superman. Like, this is, if you're going to give us an extensive universe here, like, this Superman does that job. Like, this Superman is like the Boy Scouty beacon of hope Superman that you would want to fit into a universe that has other aspects, heroes, things like that to it. So like, the characteristics of this Superman is needed for a bigger picture. I'm excited to see how this guy fits in the future.
I am. I give it to him. I gave it to him.
SOB. It was done.
Yeah.
It was done.
I want to jump into Nathan Fillion's Green Lantern.
Yes.
After seeing it, I'm okay with it.
After seeing it, I'm a little bit more okay with it. However, I'm still...
It is Nathan Fillion.
Yeah, like
The look doesn't. I got over the look.
yeah, like I just feel like, and don't get me wrong, like I love Nathan Fillion. Nathan Fillion's awesome. I just didn't want my Guy Gardner to be that guy. I'm
But
not
here's
saying
the
that
thing.
old, but that
That
guy.
old.
Like I don't know.
When they made, I was a little bit better when they made fun about his hair.
But yeah, he leaned into the hair, which was fine.
You know, he was. I wish I would have got a little bit more Green Lantern fight scenes, but think about it. It is Green Lantern going against humans. That's what it would have been like. Him just flipping them off and
Yeah,
doing his thing like it's nothing to him. He's
Right.
not even thinking. It's all muscle memory at this point of him just, you're a human.
It's not even looking at him.
No. No. So I was cool with, I got a little bit better. I enjoyed Nathan Fillion's portrayal of Guy Gardner. I
Yeah.
wasn't cool with the look, but he's not going to be around that long. You're going to have to get rid of Guy Gardner and bring in somebody else.
Yeah, I mean,
Eventually.
that's the beautiful thing about the Green Lanterns. Like, you can, we have to run into Hal, we have to run into John, we have to run into maybe Kyle, or
Yeah.
we'll see. But you have a ton of people. You have a heavy roster to play with when you look at the Lantern Corps. So
Now, we had Hawk Girl. Why was she in this movie?
I don't know.
We just needed a woman. I get it.
Maybe.
On the squad.
Yeah.
There's Isabella Murdis, whatever her name is. Sorry, ma'am. I don't see why you were here.
No. So one of the moments and things that my wife hated the most was this. She's a huge Hawk Girl fan,
Yes. Yes.
and this was no good for her.
Why was she screaming like Banshee?
I don't know. Why?
I don't remember her screaming.
I don't know. I don't remember that either. I don't know. But and then, like, of course it's like looking at her as Dina from The Last of Us is like,
That's where she from.
yeah, it's Dina. So I'm like,
Wow.
I can't unsee that part of it. Mind you, she's smaller, so it's like I don't know. I didn't feel it either, and it wasn't enough showcase of her, which I guess we didn't need it. And then I think the Green Lantern, what we got from Nathan Fillion's Guy Gardner was also, I guess, lesser than what I thought it was going to be.
It was a perfect amount.
Yeah.
They gave me just enough.
Which turned out to be for the best. Yeah.
Before we finish off this team, because the person I want to leave for the last,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to leave for the
Yes.
last.
Correct.
Let's jump into Wendell Pierce is Perry White, Skylar Gizmodo is Jimmy Olsen. Neither one of them I liked. I liked neither one of them.
Okay. I mean, yeah, Perry was whatever. I mean, Jimmy, I see why he was there, obviously, but
Yeah.
but you know what? I don't think we got enough of interaction with Jimmy and Clark and Lois. We got him with Clark and Lois, obviously. I mean, with Lois more so, but it was inside the setting of we got to bring down Lex. And with the Eve thing, so it wasn't, you didn't get to see Jimmy in like just a normal day-to-day element where I think he might have been more likable.
Well, my thing is this: the guy Skylar, who plays him, I didn't care for him in Santa Clarita's Diet. I didn't care for him in Vacation. There's a lot of stuff he's in that I did not care for him. He's a young actor. You're 28 years old. These types of movies that I've seen him in and series, they're not clicking for me.
Okay.
He feels like a 90s actor.
Okay.
Every time I see him, I'm thinking I'm watching something from the 90s. Every time I see him. Real Boy Meets World type look.
Okay.
And I don't like it. I don't like him. I don't know the man personally, but I have not found anything that he's acted in that I've enjoyed.
That you like. Okay.
Now, Wendell Price, he's a veteran in the game. He was in several things. Most stuff I'd have never seen because I don't watch those types of movies.
Yeah.
I've never seen like Brown Sugar, Selma, One Last Night. I never seen these movies. He was even in Twilight. I don't remember.
Was he?
Yeah. I don't know where.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I didn't get enough of Perry White from him.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, he was there.
Who else do we have? The Engineer.
Yes.
Maria Gabriela de Ferra? Yes.
That was cool.
That's her name.
I enjoyed the action scenes.
I thought it was AOC at first. I swear to gosh, I thought it was AOC. I'm like, wait a minute. Alexandria Cortez? No, that can't be her. I was confused at one point. I'm like, wait, there's no way a United States representative is in a DC movie. And I don't know what that says about me. Because they both the same age. They both kind of look alike. So I was confused at first. I enjoyed her though.
Yeah.
I thought she was cool. I thought Ultraman was okay.
Predictable.
Yeah.
Very predictable. That was one of those things where it's like, all right, you kind of know what this is. One, it's Ultraman. So
yes.
You already know by them saying it's Ultraman, you know who it is. And
exactly.
Then they're waiting for the reveal for people who may not know who Ultraman is, which is why he was wearing the mask. So
trying to play it up just a little bit.
Yeah. So, the people who really have no idea about comics or Ultraman or anything like that,
they was like,
it was that moment. But everyone else was just like, oh, okay, it's clearly him under the under the mask. We just have to wait for the moment.
Eve Tesham Matter, whatever. I never been able to pronounce that woman's last name. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, she came up to be the MVP of the she came up to be the MVP on that side of the coin, which was good.
Rick Flag didn't get enough of him.
No.
Didn't get enough Rick Flag.
Maybe we'll get more that we still, we have Rick Flag Senior and we have Peacemaker still in the same universe, so maybe there's, obviously there's a revenge story here coming.
Metamorpho.
Yes. Great. Yes.
Great.
That was awesome.
Metamorpho was unbelievable.
That was awesome.
I enjoyed Anthony Carrigan.
That was awesome.
Who played Metamorpho. Shout out. We need more of him in things. He's been on a lot. My man, he was in Barry, Death of the Unicorn. He was in Gotham, Twisted Metal. He's been in The Flash.
Yeah,
Bill and Ted Face the Music. Like, he's just been doing things. And he knocks it out of the park every time.
Yeah, you seen one, he didn't want to be there, obviously, because he was, he was incarcerated, for lack of a better term. And then 2, he didn't want to be doing what he was doing in terms of, making the kryptonite and keeping Superman weak. And, obviously he had his kid taken and all that. So, and just the whole helping Superman, like, by creating the only closest thing to the sun he could. With all them other hating ass people screaming and hollering, and
right?
Yo, shut up!
You a regular dude. First off, if I'm in the cage next to that,
minding my damn business,
I ain't got nothing to do with it.
I'm minding my damn business. I don't know what's going on. I don't want to know.
Nope,
I'm not.
I'm gonna just sit there.
I got nothing to do with it.
Nothing.
Why is you screaming and hollering?
For the guards.
He over here doing something. Maybe you gonna shut the.
Really? You gotta watch people like that.
Yeah, it was a lot of them too. Like
a whole lot.
Like, come on, y'all.
And majority of them got ended when that black hole hit. So you should have kept your mouth shut.
Karma. He probably would have been able to get all y'all out of there.
Cause at the end of the movie, there was only like 5 of them, 5 or 10 stepping off that plane. Only 5 or 10.
Yeah, the ones that kept their mouth shut.
Yep. Let's talk about the blackest of black bands.
Yes.
The hoodest of hoods.
Yes.
Mr. Terrific.
Mr. Terrific.
Oh my God. Did he have to be that hood?
No. But
he was.
But he was.
And thankfully, we needed that.
Thankfully, like, we finally got a Mr. Terrific that was properly represented.
Yes.
The other stuff didn't count.
No.
The Arrow stuff didn't count. None of that. I don't count any of that. This is what counts. This showcased Mr. Terrific. It let you know who and what he is in terms of, him
being better than everybody.
Yes. And him knowing it and kind of being a dick about it.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
But it was
pushing people aside. Like, what are you? What are you doing?
It was fantastic. Like,
talking to Lois, telling her, I don't do human.
Did not care, and she still kept talking. He looking like,
shut up.
I don't care.
He cared about people getting the job done, but that connection, wasn't there.
Right, yeah. He listen. He wants everything to be fine. He's very much, he very much wants to do good for everything, but
don't bother him.
He don't need all that other extra shit.
Yeah,
he don't need all that other stuff.
All that feelings involved, which I respect, because sometimes you don't need to be bothered with it. Just can I do my job?
That's all. And that was it.
That's it. He cared more about his spheres getting destroyed than anything else. Yeah. He was upset.
He was upset at the fact that she called them circles.
Right?
You see his face?
He's about to put hands on her. He
was like, how do you not know this? Like, circles are flat. He was like looking at her like.
I was waiting for him to call somebody the N-word. I was waiting. Are we gonna get allowed one? I would for him to look at her. I'm like, what you just say to me? I was waiting. I was like, yo, drop the N-word. Just call somebody that. Like, mother.
We got, and I love the choice of having Mr. Terrific be the guy who got the showcase in this movie.
Yes.
It worked well with the plot. He was obviously smart enough to work with the whole black hole situation. But to be able to showcase that he's not just, smart. He's, we got
great.
I was about to say we got action. We got action. He put hands on people. The T-Spears, did they work? Like it was great. It was.
What's his name? The guy who played it.
I'm losing the actor's
Eddie?
name. I believe.
Is it Eddie?
I think so. I'm losing the actor's name.
Or is it? Or is he pronounced it? Hold on.
That and the fact that he was just as annoyed with Crypto as
Yo, the dog. And here's the crazy thing. Hold on, let me how you pronounce the name. Eddie Gathegi.
There you go. Okay.
I relate to the dog because I have that dog in my house right now.
Yeah, you're currently dealing with the Crypto situation.
I have that in my house right now. The hyperactivity, the destruction, the barely listening. That is our dog Homer. Like, to the T. It is 100%. And I'm just looking like, yo, I feel that because
I understand.
I got that right now. Right now. Now, if my dog had superpowers, that's what it would do. You know? And the interaction between Supergirl.
First of all, bro, I don't know how I feel about this right just yet.
I do. They're taking a story where, if I'm understanding correctly, this is the story where she's having some mental health issues. She saw a bunch of people die, family and stuff like that, and she goes to these planets with red sun so she can drink her sorrows away.
Yeah, like the
Supergirl we should get, it should be a darker, sadder Supergirl.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I don't.
I don't want the CW Supergirl.
Oh yeah, no, me neither. I don't.
You know, I ain't had no problem with, that Supergirl. What was her name?
It was like real extreme party girl though. Like I would have, I would have been okay with like the depressed alcoholic.
She doing lines of Stardust, yo.
Yeah, she
just to take the edge off of life.
She out there.
She is.
Yeah,
First off, you flying to a planet with a red star. How you getting back with no powers?
I don't know.
You just jumping into space and just praying on a whim.
Yeah,
that you gonna fall back to Earth.
Yeah, this Supergirl is for the galaxy.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. This ain't your CW Supergirl. This isn't Melissa Benotis. I don't know how to pronounce your name, ma'am.
Her. She was cool.
Yeah.
But
it was.
This ain't.
You got better when you went to the CW. When you left ABC and all that familyness, and you got on the CW and you became an official CW show.
Get a touch of the CW.
You was doing all right. What? That came out in 2005? 2015. 2015 to 2021.
Damn, it had a little run.
Yeah. So people can't say they hate it.
That's
because it was on.
It was on. Yeah, it was on. It had some time. It had some time to cook.
Y'all sat there and watched this show. Y'all sat there and watched the CW Supergirl and enjoyed it. Y'all was digging it. Oh, that's Superman. Final thoughts?
2 thumbs up. I thought it was awesome.
For me, I'm gonna let this slide. I'm gonna let it slide. I'm not gonna sit here and endorse Superman.
You're contractually obligated to not endorse Superman.
Yes, but I watched it. I don't have anything negative to say about this movie right now. I don't ever plan on watching it again.
Mm-hmm.
But I do go watch it.
Yeah.
Go watch it.
Yes.
It's leading me to want to see what James Gunn is going to do in the future.
Yeah, and at first, when the announcement was, first came out about James Gunn and DC, I was like, I don't know. Because, it could go one or two ways. either cool or it's gonna be bad.
Too many jokes. There was one joke that landed for me when Mr. Terrific was like, "Yo, we got this, let's get it together." And Superman's like, "I'm trying. I'm doing something."
Yeah, I'm doing important stuff.
Yeah. That was the only one.
Yeah.
The rest of it.
Yeah, and it wasn't. And the thing which I appreciated was it wasn't over the top.
Yeah, didn't feel Guardians type.
Right, exactly, and that's what I was afraid of.
Yeah,
because I don't like the overly goofy, jokey tone of Guardians of the Galaxy. It works for the MCU. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes I'm just like, it's just the same stupid humor over and over and over again.
Yeah, didn't need that.
And I don't care. And we didn't get a whole lot of that in there. Like a character like Peacemaker, I get why. It's, whatever. But we got some of the comedic stuff in there, some of we got some of the music play because James Gunn is big on music, big on like a soundtrack of life type thing, with characters, which is fine too.
Even though
that was
soundtrack
fine.
Sucked.
Soundtrack was not the best, but
I didn't like it.
But yeah, like I'm excited to see what the rest of the Vision looks like.
I am too. So that's our movie section. We got to get in some gaming section because we announced that we were going to talk about it.
Yep.
We said we was going to do it, so we're going to do it.
Yep.
Shout out to Dan the Mayor Dinkins.
Yes, sir. Shout out Dan.
Check him out on the socials, TikTok, all that other stuff.
Yes, sir. Shout out.
Do I got a link to his podcast? The Starting Five
Starting
podcast?
Five?
I got to find a link to the Starting Five podcast and put it in the bottom of this.
Yeah, we're going to put it on there.
Because I don't have it on my computer. It's all on my phone.
Okay. Yeah,
but he put out, he was responding to a console war, but not a console war. It's a bunch of topics.
Mm-hmm.
Greatest of all times, most missed, most overrated, most underrated, best performance, best controller, worst controller, best games, most fun, and most mid system.
Okay.
So I'm trying to connect, make sure your internet is stable. What
are we doing, Riverside?
What is going on? You still there?
There we go.
There you go.
There we go.
We back.
Okay.
I'm gonna take that from the top, people.
Yeah.
Once again, thanks for Dan the Mayor Dinkins on TikTok for providing this console war, which is broken down in this couple categories: GOAT, most missed, most overrated, most underrated, best performance, best controller, worst controller, best games, most fun, most mid.
There we go.
This wasn't that hard.
No, it wasn't. Looking at it, there's a couple of ones for nostalgia purposes. You may try to think one over the other, but the more you think about it, it's like, it's, of course people are going to love what they love, but.
So let's save the greatest of all time for the last. Let's go to the most missed console.
The most missed. Okay.
For me, I picked the Dreamcast.
Okay.
It was the last console ever made by Sega. And I think I kind of miss it mainly for the games like Soul Calibur, Jet Set Radio, Crazy Taxi, Shimu, and Power Stone.
Yes. Dreamcast was awesome for all of those games that you mentioned. I would have to say most missed for me would be 64.
And 64?
And 64. I don't know. It was.
So you're not gonna like my next part.
It was something. For me, it was because it took me a very, very long time to actually get my hands on an N64. Like, it wasn't the fact that, I just didn't get one. And I would always have to play it elsewhere. So it was one of those things where, I seen these games. And this was back in the height of marketing. So we had commercials for video games and video game consoles and stuff back then. There was, there was actual television commercials for these things. There were ads in magazines and everything. And I wanted
that Sears catalog.
Yo, man, listen. So I wanted one bad when it launched. And, I had quite a few people got it for Christmas. A lot of my friends got it for Christmas. I, as you know, come from a background that doesn't do Christmas. So I'm like, so I'm just like kind of house hopping, trying to, play N64. And by the time I got it, it was like already in the midst of being phased out. So for me, like I missed the initial launch. I missed the height of the excitement for that new console.
Yeah. I have to go. Let me see. Let's jump into most overrated.
Okay.
For me, it's the N64. Dude.
Okay.
The outdated cartridge-based system. Like, it was just... It had fun games.
Yes.
Like, I even had to look this up, like, what other people thought. So, Game Rant said that the N64 is often cited as overrated due to its poor controller design, limited third-party support, outdated cartridge-based system, despite its significant role in 3D gaming.
Okay.
But I don't know if that's the worst or the most overrated. Because for me, I gotta say the GameCube, the most overrated game.
That's pretty hilarious because we have the exact same one.
Okay, cause that system
The
sucked.
GameCube sucked, and I wanted it to be so good. I got it for Super Mario Sunshine. I played Super Mario Sunshine for quite a while. Then I got the Metroid, and I got I think it was like one of those WrestleMania games, and things were not good. That controller, well, we'll get to that, but
Yeah, Code Veronica was the only game I had on the GameCube. That was it, because it was that hard to play.
yeah.
I remember getting a GameCube, getting Code Veronica, beating Code Veronica, and like, I'm never touching the system again in my life. Like, I have
Done.
one.
Yeah.
Back there.
Yeah, I still got it. I still got the purple. I got the purple one.
But I'm not ever turning that thing on. Okay.
Yeah, GameCube. Sorry, that was.
Yeah, you did a GameCube. You're
and those stupid little
highly overrated.
Little mini donut discs.
Man. Most underrated. Now, I checking online, everybody, like Watch Mojo and stuff like that, they're saying that the Sega Dreamcast is the most underrated system.
Under?
Yeah. Sega Dreamcast.
I wouldn't say that was underrated. I think that was pretty, if you had one,
It was fire.
Yeah.
I had to go, I'm going OG PlayStation. It is by far the most successful 32-bit console of its time.
Yeah.
Outdoing 64, outdoing Saturn.
Yeah.
Like, you can't sleep on the gray PlayStation.
True.
You can't.
True.
Everybody who had your little 64s and your Sega Saturns, y'all wish y'all had a PlayStation.
Yes.
Y'all wish y'all parents spent $700.
And the funny thing is about the story, I got a PlayStation as soon as it launched. So I did get one of those first. So
was it $700?
Nah, I don't think it couldn't have been.
No, I think it was like 300.
It might have been like 3 something.
Because my grandmother wouldn't have dropped
7. Yeah, no, yeah, my dad was not
$700 on a console.
My dad was not paying $700 for a console at all.
Yeah,
it had to been
it's 200 original launch price $299.
Okay, yeah, so 300.
Okay, yeah, that was
a lot.
That was about right.
Yeah.
That was about right, but that's still $299 back in the day.
Yeah, which was a lot of money back in the day.
So if you adjust for like inflation, they're doing probably like $350.
Yeah,
I mean like $650
$650 now. Yeah,
$650 now.
We're talking overrated?
Underrated.
Underrated. I'm gonna have to go with Okay, so now we're getting into a little gray area because it is a part of a console that was still a console in itself. So I'm going to do Xbox Connect.
Xbox Connect. The little camera thing I used to hack back in the day to look in people's homes.
Yeah. Now that's not, that was a little crazy, but I felt like I think it was underrated for the fact that it was like a really good party game console. Like if you actually were, of the people on Earth who had warm-blooded real life friends or family that liked to play games, like this was great. This was awesome. Fruit Ninja, like in front of the screen, like there was a bunch of, there was like something similar to like the track and field stuff. Like it was like a party heavy game. This was around the time where Just Dance was like crazy popular and all that stuff like that. Like it was, I feel like for the entertainment that you got from it, I don't think, a lot of people, and it was also a lot of people just didn't have that many people to play games with, like in person.
It was just something to get into.
Yeah.
It was a challenge. I never owned one.
Okay.
Because I knew what it was about. People out there, being able to get like malicious software on the Kinect, having to exploit the security flaws, faking Microsoft digital signatures and things like that. Oh yeah, we had fun back then.
That part of it I'm not talking about. But
that there was things going on.
There were some issues.
Shout out to Xbox for, not putting a lot of us in jail. Appreciate you, Microsoft. Xbox. Back in the day, we was children. We ain't know no better. We was just having a good time.
It was all innocent fun.
It was all fun and games. Until the FBI knocking on your door.
Yeah, and then not so much.
Oh, the Kinect.
For gaming purposes, people.
Yes, for gaming purposes.
I feel like it was underrated.
I get you. All right. Let's move into the best controller. And I got mine.
Okay. I got mine.
PlayStation DualShock. Old school PlayStation DualShock.
I am going to make a lot of people angry, probably, but the previous slash current generation of the Xbox controllers, for me, are my favorite. So like the Xbox One slash Series XS, those controllers, because they're all this. It's the same controller. It's the same thing. Like if you got Xbox One controllers, they work for the X and S. It's the same thing. But for those, they just... And I enjoyed the other controllers. Like, I enjoyed the PlayStation controller. I enjoyed, but I don't know, something about the way that feels. And I play a lot of shooters, and the way I can use a trigger button as opposed to, like, a shoulder and bumper, buttons for things. Like, I like that feel of the controller. So, for me, that's my favorite controller.
See, that's why I had to go back to the PlayStation DualShock, because that's the last time I really remember using a good controller.
Okay.
Like, I've had controllers after that. But, like, when I'm remembering how to do the Raising Demon for Akuma and stuff like that, it was that DualShock controller. Now I don't know how to use a controller.
Yeah, no.
It barely can function.
I thought you were gonna pull some BS and say the best controller was a keyboard. I was about to mouse. I was waiting for it. I was if this mother.
No. Cause I was thinking like nostalgia. Like I remember getting my DualShock controller and it felt good. Now what's the worst controller?
The PlayStation 3. The controllers for the PS3. Awful.
I don't think did I have a PS3?
For me,
yes.
For me, they just did not, and it could have just been my luck. But for me, the batteries on those were dog booty. Like,
damn, I don't even remember them having batteries.
Like the charge, like they just wouldn't. I never got one. The one that came with the console didn't hold a charge. The two that I bought didn't hold a charge. Just they were awful. They were kind of sort of similar, but not as bad. The current PS5 controllers aren't as bad as the PS3 controllers in terms of battery life, but yeah, the PS3 just no good.
Wow. So online is saying that the GameCube is the worst controller of all time.
Design wise, yes, that thing's stupid. What the hell was that? Like it looked like a Bop It. Like what the, like?
Yes, a Bobby.
The GameCube controller was like, you got that little stupid little nipple thing that you gotta, and then there was a stupid parenthesis buttons that were like upside down. You had one little button, and it was dumb. That was stupid. That was a dumbass controller.
I'm gonna take a step further than that. Power Glove for the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Did it wasn't good, but it
only had 2 games. It had Super Glove Ball and Bad Street Brawl. Those are the only 2 games designed for the Power Glove.
It wasn't the Power Glove.
It worked on other games.
Yeah, but not well.
But it was only designed for 2. You made a glove for 2 games.
I feel like they had lofty goals. And
I was looking. I thought I had one.
Your Power Glove?
But I know I had a Power Glove somewhere. Couldn't find mine. So now I'm gonna get one. Just to have. Cause it sucked. The worst. You playing game.
You know what?
Like you in Minority Report.
That was kind of wild.
Like, whose idea was this?
Like somebody was like, "Yo, you gotta be able to just control stuff on your wrist."
Yeah,
it's like the Predator hitting the self-destruct button.
Yeah,
you don't know.
Oh man. So let us move into best performance. What game performed the best? Console performed the best. Now I only have one. I've had two consoles for a really, really long time.
Okay.
And the one that I can guarantee I put the most work, time, and effort on was the Xbox 360.
Okay.
I never experienced the red ring of death. I never experienced overheating. And I would put 24, 48 hours at a time in on this system.
Yeah.
Even with the little Wi-Fi adapter you had to hook to the back.
Yes.
That antenna.
I had one.
I never had a problem with an Xbox 360.
So, again, we match up here. Xbox 360 for me, like I put in, like you said, a ridiculous amount of hours. I got the Xbox Elite, like the black one, when it first came out. I was going to go get an Xbox 360, and I went to Best Buy, and the guy told me that the Elites were coming out in like the next day. And he was like, just come back and get one of those. He was like, it's going to be, it's going to be the same price because it's like opening day. They were doing like the opening days, like sale or whatever like that. So I just waited a day, went and got that, and was off to the races. Like I put in so much time on that thing. However, I did. Now this is a story. I experienced a red ring of death on like day 4. And I'm sitting there, I'm like in panic mode because I'm like, yo, what the F? And so I'm like doing all the dumb stuff, unplugging it. I called, I'm like, all right, well, I got to send this thing in whatever. So I called like, Microsoft or whatever, did that whole thing. And I'm just sitting there, I'm just like in complete disbelief. So I'm just like, plug the thing back in. And then it worked. And then I never had another issue ever in the history of the life cycle of that. And I had it for a very long. I still own the console, but never had an issue again. Like it came back from the red ring of death for me, so it was meant to be.
Yeah, from what I understand, it was a hardware failure.
Yeah,
like something.
Yeah.
Something I can't remember. I can't remember the CPU or GPU. One of those things would just like fail.
Came back. Like I did not think it was possible because everybody. I was like, this is. I'm like, everybody's like, yeah, it's over. Like it's done. Like your console's dead. It's gone. And mine came back for me. So I'll never forget you, Xbox 360 Elite.
Yeah, the earlier 360s had like an overheating issue. And that was one of the biggest issues. They like overheated a lot. So now we go to which console had the best games. Now here's the thing. Best games is subjective.
Very much so.
So I couldn't pick a specific one because like my PS1, PS2, Nintendo, like all my consoles had a different generation type games. Like I was on Nintendo playing, my Marios and stuff like that, my Super Nintendos, playing my more TV type shows, your Aladdin, your Lion Kings, your Donkey Kongs. PlayStation was more of my moving into the PlayStation era. I had my Resident Evils, and PS2 got more graphic with the games and stuff like that. So games just evolved. So I don't have a console that had the best games on it.
Yeah,
because every console had hitters.
Yeah. Now, I would say so. In talking that way, the more I was going from like more of like what I had the variety in. So like you said, like the more games evolved, the more we grew up and we found our niche for being, adult gamers. So, you grow into what you like, your specific genre, like what it is that like that comforts you. Like, okay, yeah, I'm going to spend the money that I worked for on this, but I'm going to go with the reverse of that. So in childhood, I'm going to say the most fun for and the best games that I've played was a variety of games, variety of genres, just different experiences that I had would be Sega Genesis. So you could play, games like Vector Man. You could play games like Aladdin. You could play, NHL. You could play NCAA. You could play Madden. You can also play Beavis and Butthead, Cool Spot, like, different games like that I can remember, like, just always having a good time playing a variety of games. It wasn't like, all right, I'm in the mood to blow stuff up this time. No, it was like from Genesis, I had a library of, all right, I'm going to play, NHL and then just jump into playing, just some type of platformer or, anything like that. So I think I did, Mortal Kombat 2 and, stuff like that. Like, I remember just being able to play whatever, whenever, to my heart's desire with Genesis.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with Genesis.
So would that fall into... So, just as Genesis had the most variety and best games for you, would you consider your Genesis the funnest console you've had?
Yeah, I would say so. That, and yeah, I would say it's either solo. It was the Sega Genesis. If it was the era of like co-op gaming or party gaming and things like that, it would be the Xbox 360. So
okay.
they were like 1 and 1A.
Right. When it comes to the most, first I had to figure out what mid means. I didn't know what that means. I had to Google it. The most mid gaming console. That was easy for me. This is Sega Saturn. Sega Saturn only had nights.
Yeah.
So whatever game did they have? They had nights.
Oh, yeah.
And I had a Sega Saturn.
Yeah.
Because I went from... Hold on. My setup was this way. I had a Sega Genesis. On that Sega Genesis, I had a 32X on
yes.
it.
Virtual Fighter?
Yes. If you take both of those and combine them with a Sega CD, you had the ultimate gaming console. And then when all that was done, then I remember getting a Sega Saturn, which I was like, growing up, I'm like, wait a minute. I gave up my Genesis 32X CD combo for this?
This is the one?
This is what I lost all that awesomeness for?
This.
I don't think I had Sega Saturn long. It's a rough console.
Understood. Yeah. I'm going Wii U.
The Wii U? What the hell is that?
Exactly.
Wii U.
Yeah, I had a buddy of mine that had that. It was the stupid tablet E type, the one with the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, nah.
I remember that.
That came and went.
The hell was that?
Exactly. Yeah, I was like, I'm playing this, and I'm just like, this is dumb.
No.
Yeah.
Nintendo dropped the ball around that time.
Yeah, this is when it was like, what are y'all doing?
Nintendo was just like, y'all gonna buy it anyway, because we Nintendo.
Yeah, we just gonna throw some shit out. Don't people like tablets? Well, put a little tablet thingy on something and just have at it.
Crazy.
Yeah, Wii was no, not at all.
So, the console that is the greatest of all time in our 41 years on this planet. Do you have the greatest console of all time? I got mine.
Oh,
Want me to go?
yeah, you go.
The greatest console of all time, in my opinion, is the PlayStation 2.
Oof.
The PS2, during its history run, sold 155 million units, had over 4,000 games. 4,000. Is it you give respect to the original 1985 Nintendo Entertainment System. Give respect to the OG.
Of course.
But the PlayStation 2 that sits right there still works today.
Yeah, there was. So I'll have to give it to that. There was a tug of war between the NES, obviously, because it's the OG.
Mm-hmm.
But the euphoria of finally getting your hands on a box that was the PlayStation 2. Opening that thing and just I remember the feeling of owning that and not even having it hooked up, just knowing yo, I finally got one of these.
Yes.
And the innovation that it had, it was just, aesthetically, with the blue backs on the disc. It's you're just so amazed at every little thing that it did for ridiculous reasons. The memory card situation, the SOCOM, Navy SEALs,
Yeah.
the headset ass where you plugged it into the dial-up John and doing all it just SSX.
Yeah.
Which is still in the top 3 of my all-time favorite games that has ever existed. For me to play was SSX Tricky.
I remember finding out that the logo on the front of the PS2
you could turn.
turns.
Yes. Oh my, yeah.
So it matches if you're laying it landscape or portrait
Ridiculous.
Mode. Who thinks of that?
Ridiculous. Always
unbelievable.
Always loved it because to me it looked like the RoboCop gun.
Yeah.
Cause it does.
And one of the good things about the PlayStation 2 that I enjoyed was that I could fix it. CD tray, I could fix the CD tray. I knew how to change the laser for the disc reader. For some reason, out of all the consoles, this was the simplest one to fix. If you knocked it on the floor, something came off, something broke, I knew I could open that bad boy up,
figure it out,
put a new part in, and be back to gaming.
Yeah. So with the NES, it was, it was, if something went on that joint, it was, you had hope that it might work, but it didn't. When you knew, when after 20 minutes of trying to mess with it, it's gone.
Yeah. Back when I had a Nintendo, it was I had no clue how
nobody knows what
what is this contraption?
Yeah, to push the joint down, with the little, I always call it, when I was younger, I called it a game elevator. You push the game down, and it's once that little thing broke or wore down, and the cartridge never went down anymore, it's over.
You out. I got to give an honorable mention. It's not a game. It's not a console, but it is a gaming device. It's one that I've missed over the decades. How old this thing would be? This thing is probably 22 years old. The N-Gage.
Oh my God.
By Nokia. I
guess it counts.
The N-Gage.
It counts in its way.
By Nokia. It was a combination of phone and handheld gaming system. That you had, the crazy thing about it, you had to take the back off and the battery out to put a new game in.
Which was
fine. I still was hot stuff. Used to be on the 22 bus playing Laura Croft. I'm pausing my game. Hello? And people looking at you like, yo, what is he? Is he answering a handheld? Gaming? Yes. Because I had to engage. I was fly back in 2004. You didn't tell me nothing. Then they just
went away.
Now we got these smartphones. No tactile buttons.
Nope, touchscreen.
Everything touchscreen. You can't get the same feeling with the touchscreen.
Get you a Bluetooth controller, hook it up.
I'm back to a controller. And the crazy thing is, I can hook my MSI to my phone. I've tried it. I got the little thing you hook to it, the doggles. I got a thermo fan thing to keep it ice cold.
Oh, wow.
I got the whole gaming setup. I just don't play no games on it. All right, we've been running this thing a lot, and now we had a technical difficulty, so I'm gonna have to edit this. So we're gonna end it.
Yes.
I want to thank everybody for coming out, listening to the Level Down podcast. We do appreciate y'all. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out all the links that are be down in the bio. Dan the Mayor.
Yes.
Everybody else, stuff like that. We appreciate y'all, and we'll see y'all again next week.